Hey Cancer, I'm Eleanor and welcome to Peaches by Starlight Tarot. This is your first week of June reading and it's the first time I'm doing it not pick a card, so I'm still learning as I go and trying to figure out the best way to do it and remember all the little things I need to say. It took me a long time to figure out my routine, and so now I'm kind of starting over. So this is a general reading, however I have asked that there be a message for everyone, that there be a little something for everyone that comes upon this video whenever they come upon this video. But if you want a private reading, my information for that is linked below as well. Go ahead and like, share, subscribe, and all that's good stuff if you want to see how this Knight of Swords is going to be influencing your entire month of June. And this week it is the Timberwolf, and so this is going to be talking about not having much information to go on other than what's in your gut. Maybe having to take on a leadership role, having to go first, having no one else to follow, nothing to follow but what you know to be true. But it does also suggest that people will have your back. So I'm using the Rider-Waite Tarot for your reading. And then while I'm not doing a pick a card for the readings anymore, I am doing a pick a card at the end. So I'm using Words of Wisdom from His Holiness the Dalai Lama. And I will pull 3 cards at the end. So if you want to set an intention now for what it is that you need to hear, ask a question, that type of thing, and then decide which card it's going to be, 1, 2, or 3, set that intention now. So anyways, you have the World, Knight of Cups in reverse, Justice, and the 4 of Swords in reverse. So starting off with the World, this feels very much like a graduation. It's the culmination of all your work. It is effort, putting forth all the effort needed to close a major cycle. So if you aren't in school, this can be related to work, although it is a very spiritual card, so it feels like the completion of a higher mission or the burn off of a huge chunk of karma. And the thing is, though, it's a huge leveling up, a ranking up. So with this Timberwolf, you may find yourself having to communicate in a more professional way, in a less emotional way. You may be in a position where wearing your heart on your sleeve isn't the best policy. So that's what this Knight of Cups is going to be about. It's not going to be about being poetic. It's not going to be about pouring your love and emotions into things. It's going to be trying more about this Knight of Swords. He's in the upright. This is your theme for the month. Truth, spreading truth, speaking honestly, speaking succinctly. And so then paired with Justice, you may be speaking out in an attempt to set things right or to set the record straight. And it may only be now that you're doing that because you might finally feel like you're in a position of authority and know-how and have enough experience to actually speak on that. The thing about Justice, though, in the tarot, this is a cold and objective, it's neutral energy. So it's going to be based on, it is law. It's karmic law, it's man's law, natural law, mathematical law. The laws of physical science, they are set in stone. They are what they are. And so to be mindful not to place your center of what's fair and not fair, because it will be fair in the absolute laws of the universe sense. And so the reverse 4 of Swords, this is calling you out to take action. This is calling you forth to engage and to connect and to be seen, to take up the banner or your mantle or baton, to shine your light. And so, and in a way that cuts through all the BS. It's going to be speaking loud, speaking clear, speaking succinctly, speaking correctly, not obscuring anything in poetry or metaphor or analogy, but being extremely concise and clear. And so your task this week, I'm feeling, Cancer, is going to be, you may have to speak some harsh truth about the world, to the world, from a non-emotional, objective position, one that people won't be able to write off as overly emotional, as, oh, they're just a snowflake or a crybaby or whatever it is, or just like, oh, boo-hoo. It's gonna have to be, speak like with force, the way, well, I don't want to start listing speakers of the past, but civil rights leaders have this ability, and Some politicians more than others have this ability, but at the same time to speak with compassion, unlike the way a dictator would speak. So that's why that compassion that's needed, not the same as ooey gooey emotion, is why I'm choosing the Dalai Lama for the 3 cards. So let me set these down right here in case I need to reference them, and we'll get the 3 words of wisdom from His Holiness, the Dalai Lama. Okay. Card 1. Be a good human being, a warm-hearted, affectionate person. So that's going to be talking about when you do speak, being in your integrity and being compassionate, relatable. All right, card 2. Okay. To minimize hatred is internal disarmament. So that is going to be very much, I feel like with this Knight of Cups, not giving it, here I was talking about mushy, gushy, ooey emotion or whatever. This can also be negative emotions getting the better of you. This can be talking about fear getting the better of you. Having that fear turn into hate, a la, what Yoda was talking about with young Anakin. So if you are coming from a position where your frustration turns into an equal and opposite hatred to combat hatred, fire against fire, that's not going to get you heard. And that's the idea here. The goal is to be heard. So to minimize hatred is internal disarmament. Card 3. Your enlightenment rests on your own shoulders. All right, Cancer, I'll talk to you in a week. Thank you.